Why did people believe phrenology machines worked? Imagine a machine that claims to read your mind just by measuring your skull. Sounds like science fiction, right? But in the early 20th century, these devices, called phrenology machines, were quite popular. They looked like futuristic gadgets, with dials, levers, and printed profiles. People trusted them because they seemed scientific and personalized. The core idea was that the shape and bumps of the skull reflected the size of different brain areas. These areas were thought to control traits like kindness, intelligence, or aggressiveness. So if a bump was prominent, it meant that trait was strong in you. The machines took measurements from multiple points on the skull, often 32 or more, and then printed out a profile. These profiles could include up to 160 statements about your personality, like a mechanical fortune cookie. Many believed that these readings were accurate because they looked like real science. They used precise measurements, and the printed results appeared official and detailed. Back in the late 1700s, a scientist named Franz Joseph Gall proposed that the brain was the seat of the mind. He suggested that different mental faculties were located in specific parts of the brain. He also claimed that the shape of the skull above each part reflected how developed that part was. Early phrenologists would feel the bumps and hollows of a person's skull to interpret their character. This tactile approach seemed very scientific at the time. Later, inventors created machines to automate this process, making it faster and more consistent. These devices used mechanical arms, rulers, and printing presses to produce a profile. The idea was that a machine could objectively measure and analyze skull features, removing human bias. People also believed in these machines because of the cultural climate. During the 19th and early 20th centuries, society was fascinated with science and new inventions. Everyone wanted to understand themselves better through technology. Phrenology promised practical uses, like predicting criminal behavior, matching people for marriage, or finding hidden talents. These ideas made the machines appealing to a broad audience. They were often displayed at fairs, theaters, and even in doctors' offices, making them accessible and entertaining. Another reason folks believed in these machines was how they used a trick called cold reading. The profiles often included vague, flattering statements that could apply to almost anyone. When people read their results, they felt like the machine knew their secrets. The printed profiles often highlighted socially desirable traits, which made users more convinced of the machine's accuracy. Even though scientific research by the mid-1800s proved that phrenology was not valid, these machines kept going into the early 20th century. They combined the authority of measurement tools with the human desire to understand personality and social standing. The psychograph from the 1930s, for example, measured 32 points on your skull and printed out a personality profile from 160 possible statements. It was like a mechanical fortune teller, and many people still believed in it. These machines stayed popular in the United States until the 1930s, showing just how long this curious, eccentric invention captured the public's imagination.